Welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Glory, where every day is like Saturday morning. Today, I'll be looking at an episode of the original Transformers. And despite what you hear these days, Transformers wasn't always about racist caricatures, overdone CGI, women with orange skin, or John Turturro's ass.
Hold those.
No, it used to be a pure, innocent way of shamelessly selling overpriced toys. I have many fond memories of the Transformers toys from my childhood, but none at all of the actual cartoon, even though I watched it religiously. I think that tells you all you really need to know about this franchise's priorities. But if you're one of the few who has no idea what Transformers is about, you're in luck because they tell you the whole thing right in the theme song. That's about it in a nutshell. Want to know more? Who cares? It's got robots that turn into things. Batteries not included, and no Shia LaBeouf required. There was a lot of random weirdness in this show, and it was never more random or more weird than when it tried to show the love between a girl and a robot in the Season 2 episode, The Girl Who Loved Powerglide. Now, I know what we're all thinking. And no, Powerglide is not the name of an intimate lubricant with special warming action for her pleasure. No, Powerglide is the name of an Autobot who can transform into an A-10 Thunderbolt aircraft and also has the mannerisms of Ralph Kramden. I suppose there are worse things for a girl to love. We kick things off at a company party at the headquarters of Hybrid Technologies, aka High Tech. Clever, right?
This is humiliating. This is a direct order of the chairman of the board. Stop complaining. Here comes our beloved chairman now.
I know you're all totally grossed out to be here, but it's my birthday, so I'm going to have a party.
Yes, the chairman of the board is a Valley girl. And no, I don't know why she's wearing a rickshaw driver's hat. But what I do know is that she's bipolar.
Why can't you guys just lighten up and enjoy yourselves? Oh, I can't stand it. This place is like a prison. I hate it. I want some excitement.
Don't cry, Astoria.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to.
You would cry too, if you saw this episode. But enough Leslie Gore shoutouts. You know what would make this party really awesome? A strafing run by fighter jets. Enter the Decepticons. Luckily, Powerglide happens to be in the neighborhood, and he immediately spots the attack.
Autobot headquarters, this is Powerglide. The Decepticons are attacking Hybrid Technologies Corporation. They must be after some secret plans, or maybe some new fuel they've invented, or maybe they're gonna kidnap all the company's top scientists, or, they're after a girl.
I do believe Powerglide just implied that a girl couldn't possibly be one of their top scientists. Thanks for the affirming message, Transformers. Though to be fair, he does come from a planet with only 3 females, and one of them got blown up by Michael Bay.
Follow us to the pillars. We'll take you to Optimus.
Nevertheless, it's Powerglide to the rescue.
Hey, kid, grab the rope. Powerglide. After them.
There's nothing quite like a rescue attempt where you have to hold onto a rope as you blast through a densely populated city at Mach 3, with only your upper body strength keeping you from splattering against a skyscraper. Astoria climbs inside of Powerglide, which is luckily not nearly as dirty as it sounds, and discovers that no one is flying this plane. So she does the only logical thing. She starts randomly pushing buttons.
Hey, go!
Don't you hate it when you try to hit eject on your CD changer and instead you press the suicide dive button? Happens to me all the time.
There they are! Such superb aerial agility. Truly a worthy adversary.
You know what, Thrust? Nobody likes a wise ass, so zip it. Powerglide eventually escapes by hiding under a freeway overpass. To my surprise, they're not immediately surrounded by homeless guys and crackheads.
We ditched them.
Wow, that was intense. Who are you?
Powerglide's the name.
Well, whoever you are, I think you're completely the greatest.
Thanks. Now listen.
Oh, I want to go flying again.
Aw, come on.
Now that is a woman. Personally, I like my women like I like my coffee, able to take a backhanded slap from a 15-ton robot.
I'm Astoria Carlton Ritz, chairman of the Board of Hybrid Technologies.
Wait, what? Astoria Carlton Ritz? Holy crap, that's the name of a city followed by the name of a hotel chain. This episode was making fun of Paris Hilton before Paris Hilton even existed.
There's a couple ways to say it. Just, you know, they're just huge or huge or huge. That's really good.
Why didn't I see it before? The complete ineptitude, the selfishness, the stupid catchphrases. She's totally Paris Hilton's role model.
Huge.
So just imagine what Paris would be like if instead of inheriting a hotel chain, she inherited a multi-billion-dollar technology corporation.
You run high tech?
Yeah, see, like my father died, okay? And he left the company to me.
Which is a line that's like really touching. Especially when it's accompanied by a shot of Powerglide's ass. Eventually he takes her to an Autobot garage where they get to the bottom of things.
There must be some reason why the Decepticons tried to nab her.
Decepticons? Okay, seriously, the name of your villain is pretty much Deception with an extra C in it. There's really no need to make up stupid nicknames to remind us that they're evil. Well, meanwhile, Astoria gets to know the Autobot's best human companion, Spike.
So, you had a run-in with the Decepticreeps, huh?
Yeah.
Too bad I wasn't there. I'm always ready to rescue a girl as pretty as you.
What do you know about Powerglide?
Ugh, denied. Sorry, Spike, but you're stuck with Carly. She can't take a backhanded slap at all.
I think he's wonderful.
You do?
Oh, wow. He's tall, he's handsome, he's shiny, and you can fly.
Yeah, and you could say the same thing about Robert Pattinson. Well, the shiny part, anyway. And that's when Spike, clearly frustrated that he's never going to get any from Astoria, decides to set fire to the garage.
Stay clear of my equipment!
Hey, like I can't help it if your junk's all defective.
And if you touch his defective junk, he's having you arrested.
I'm hungry. I absolutely gotta have something to eat.
Why does everything always happen to me?
Come on, cut her some slack. It's been like 3 hours since the last meal she threw up. Well, it looks like Powerglide is already totally whipped as he takes Astoria out for hot dogs. Unfortunately, Astoria has other ideas.
Boy, this is better than running that stupid old company any day.
Astoria, we've got to get you out of here. It's dangerous.
What are you talking about? We're on a merry-go-round for crying out loud.
No, your eyes do not deceive you. A 15-ton robot, that's supposed to be the same size as a jet, is riding a merry-go-round. The animators just did not give a crap, did they?
Let go of me! Let go! Don't you touch my necklace.
Hey, what's the matter?
Powerglide, my dad gave me this before he died.
Ah, now I get what this is all about.
My grandmama gave me this chain.
Suddenly, they're ambushed by the Decepticreeps. Oh, geez, now I'm doing it. The point is, Powerglide foils their attack by bathing the bad guys in coke. Well, that'll take care of them. I mean, they may look okay now, but just let them soak in that stuff overnight, and by tomorrow morning, they will be completely dissolved. They make their getaway, but Powerglide's wing is clipped in the ensuing chase. He makes an emergency landing, leading to a tender hurt comfort scenario as Astoria tends to his wounds.
You're like a big baby sometimes. I mean, like, I care about you. You saved my life. Of course, you wouldn't feel anything like that about me. Of course not. You're a robot.
Fanfiction writers, you have your new assignment. Don't let us down. Before this conversation can head into really uncomfortable territory, the Decepticons attack. They make off with Astoria, leaving behind a physically and emotionally damaged Powerglide. He's rescued and taken back to Autobot headquarters where he's determined to find his new lady love.
Maybe they don't want a ransom. Maybe she's got something they want.
Like what?
I can't say. We're still completely in the dark about Megatron's plan.
Correction. Sky Spy has detected unusual atmospheric disturbances over the North Atlantic. The source is 10 miles above sea level.
Sounds like the Decepticons have some kind of suborbital station.
Then that's where they've taken Astoria, and that's where I'm going! going.
You gotta love that Transformers logic. And yes, that was the voice of Casey Kasem as the Autobot's computer. And it just so happens I recently discovered outtakes of him recording his lines for this very episode. Let's have a listen.
Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions. And then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication.
Soon, Powerglide races to save Astoria, who's being held prisoner on the Decepticon suborbital platform. There we learn Megatron plans to turn the Earth's atmosphere into raw energon, but he needs a secret formula that Astoria supposedly got from her dad.
The Psycho Probe is capable of extracting all the information from a human's mind. I'll give you one last chance. Tell me what you know. The Psycho Probe is not a pleasant experience.
That would be the Psycho Probe, not to be confused with the Cyclo Probe. Sheesh, you want to talk about an unpleasant experience? They should make her watch Battlefield Earth until she snaps.
Well, subject's mind completely empty.
Come on, episode, you're making this way too easy. All I know is, Paris would be proud. Powerglide is still flying to the rescue, but his help may not be needed after all once Astoria talks the Decepticons to death.
All this waiting around, that's what's excruciating. I mean, I'm starving, for crying out loud. When are you guys gonna feed me? That's what I want to know. Your dumb machine, doesn't even work, and...
Enough!
I see that Megatron is a firm believer of the Elvis Presley method of turning off appliances. Astoria frees herself, somehow, and finds her new Robo-Boy toy caught in an energy storm. Eventually, she comes up with a way to save him.
That thing seems to be causing the storm. Maybe something metal would short-circuit it. Nothing. Well, sorry, Dad, but I've got to chuck the formula in order to save him.
Well, there's some fine suborbital platform craftsmanship for you. Apparently, Decepticon technology is as easy to defeat as a microwave oven.
Get that panel open!
I am starting to see what Powerglide sees in her. Any woman who can rip up a welded sheet of metal with her bare hands is a woman after my own heart.
Huh? I fixed it perfectly! What could have gone wrong? You're the problem. Get out of here. You're jinxing the controls.
Oh, no. I'm staying with you.
Girlfriend abuse, a comedy goldmine. Memo to the writers, Ralph Cramden was funny because he threatened to hit his wife, not because he actually hit her. Though I do understand that no one could take a punch quite like Audrey Meadows. But together they stop the platform from falling. No, wait, the platform keeps falling, but again, somehow, Powerglide fixes it so that it falls directly onto the Decepticons' underwater lair. That'll learn them.
And as for the girl in the falling sky platform, well, that's Powerglide's problem. Correction. Problem is ours. Energize the force fields! What force fields?
Let me guess, the force fields get installed on Tuesday. And so all is resolved, and since Astoria is thankfully a one-shot character, she bids a fond farewell to Powerglide. But there's one last shocking reveal. Yeah, this might seem like a sweet ending until you realize that's what it looks like when an Autobot has blue balls. And that's the end. Well, other than the creepy fanfic that would later get written about Astoria and Powerglide. I don't think there was any real moral here, but after watching an episode like this, I laugh at anyone who accuses Michael Bay of raping their childhoods. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Saturday Morning Glory.